书法。
书法。
Hello everybody, my name is Xing. Welcome to my Chinese course. In today's lesson, I'm going to talk about Chinese calligraphy. Hope you will like it. Let's get started. This lady looks a little bit familiar. She is the former First Lady, Laura Bush. You see how happy she was at that moment. You may also want to take a closer look at her hand. How she hold a pen is quite different from how we hold our pen in our daily life, right? I'm gonna tell you this has something to do with the writing rules in calligraphy. We will talk about it later in our tutorial. In today's lesson, we are going to cover three things. First, we will do the basic introductions about Chinese calligraphy. Second, we will introduce the major styles of it. Third, we will talk about the tools you will need in practicing. Our first question is, what is Chinese calligraphy? It is a way or method of writing. It emphasizes motion and dynamic life. What is that about? I don't understand. I'm sure after this tutorial you will have your own understanding. But right now, I want to talk about more about my understanding towards Chinese calligraphy. To me, Chinese calligraphy has been an art. The structure of each individual word and its overall word arrangement are both important in writing. If you want to be a good calligrapher, you have to know how to design it, how to design different strokes and how to put it together. This is an art. Second is a philosophy to me. Every time when I'm practicing it, I feel like there is a peace in my heart. I call it philosophy. Third, this is the most important part, I call it spirit. There is a spirit in each word. I can feel either the author was very happy about his life, or he was pretty upset about his country maybe. There is a spirit. There are so many stories. You will never know, but you can feel it. Next, we are going to talk about the 5 major styles in calligraphy. Seal characters, official script, formal script, running script, and cursive hand. What are those? No worries, we will talk about it one by one. First is the seal script. There is a picture over here. You can take a look at it. You can see it's very complicated. So it's very different from how we write Chinese characters in daily life, in modern life. Actually, it was the formal script for all of China at that moment. It got a rising in the warring state of Qing dynasty. Next is the official script. In Chinese, we call it Li Shu. The major characteristics of this style is how we write this horizontal line. You can see there is a rightward part and there is a downward part. So every time you see if you see a horizontal line like this, you will know this is official script. We can find more examples here, right? And here is another example, and here. Next, we are going to talk about a formal script. In Chinese, we call it 楷书. If you really wanna start practicing calligraphy, I really suggest you start from this style because it is pretty clear and you can follow each step, each stroke very clearly. When I just started practicing calligraphy when I was 7 years old, I started with this one. The next one is running script. In Chinese, we call it 行书. 行 in Chinese means running. So you can see each individual word here, like each strokes are quite connected with each other. It's kind of a person who is running, right? There is a masterpiece I want to introduce to you guys. This piece of work was written by a very famous calligrapher in Qing dynasty. His name is Wang Xizhi. Wang Xizhi. The name of this masterpiece is 兰亭集序. why this piece of work was so popular, and I would say now is also very popular around all over the world, is because the writer used different ways to write a single one word. You can find something here. This is the word means number one. There's another number one. There's another number one. There's a number one. So you can find so many number one here, but none of it were written in the same way. That is the greatest part of this masterpiece. Next, we are going to introduce the cursive hand. Cursive hand, in Chinese, we call it 草书. 草 in Chinese means draft. So it's really like a draft. Even for people who can do reading pretty well, may not be able to recognize or read this cursive hand style at all. Next, we're going to talk about 4 treasures in calligraphy. Those are paper, brush, ink, and inkstone. I'll have the picture here. This is the paper, and this is the brush. It is usually made of feathers of animals. This is ink. This is the inkstone. Next, we are going to talk about the gestures. The most important thing in gesture is you have to make sure your pen is 90-degree vertical to the desk. So this guy, like here, is not right. So if you have a pen in front of you, just follow me step by step. Put your look at the camera. So first, use your thumb and your middle finger to hold the pen vertically, and then put your index finger touch the upper part of your brush, and then use your ring finger and your little finger to touch the lower part of your brush, and then there is a egg shape in your thumb. One more important thing is that you have to hold your pen very firmly, so no one will grab your pen from your hands. So this is that's it for today's lessons. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. We do have assignments. Thanks for your participation. See you next week. Thank you very much.